and I think the fight was a little prematurely stopped.
We're diving headfirst into one of the hottest topics in the boxing world right now, the Vergil Ortiz versus Fredrick Lawson match, and that lightning-fast stoppage. Buckle up because we're about to take you on a wild ride, and believe me, there's more to this story than meets the eye. In case you've been living under a rock, here's the scoop. Vergil Ortiz, the man known for his knockout power and fearless aggression, squared off against the seasoned warrior, Fredrick Lawson. Ortiz was making his comeback after a series of health issues and a shift in weight class. But what unfolded in the ring was nothing short of sensational. Picture this, just under 40 seconds left in the first round, and Ortiz landed a wicked jab that made Lawson's legs do the cha-cha. Ortiz, smelling blood in the water, unleashed a torrent of body shots, and the crowd was on the edge of their seats. But then, out of nowhere, the referee, Tony Weeks, decided he'd seen enough and called the fight. Lawson was still standing, for crying out loud. Some folks, like Johnny the Hammer Sullivan, the retired champ, said it felt rushed. He wanted to see Lawson have a fighting chance. It's like when your buddy cuts off your story before the punchline. It's like watching a movie, and right before the epic final showdown, the credits start rolling. But wait, there's more. Ortiz himself wasn't entirely thrilled with how things wrapped up. He wanted to finish the bout with a clean knockout, you know? He understands that the fans wanted a more decisive ending, but he also thinks that the ref's intervention probably saved Lawson from a worse fate. It's like when you're playing a video game and you pull off an epic combo, but it ends in a quick time event instead of a flashy finisher move. Now, let's talk reactions, and boy, were they mixed. Teofimo Lopez, the WBO super lightweight champion, was there ringside and had Ortiz's back. He basically said, "Look, fans might not like it, but I think Ortiz did the job, and he needs to get back to the basics." But on the flip side, the legendary Ariel Helwani and others from the combat sports world thought the ref hit the stop button a bit too soon. It's like ordering pizza and having it delivered before you even finished making your toppings choice. And here's where things get juicy. Rumors started swirling like a tornado. Some folks were whispering that Lawson had a hidden injury, and that might have played into the ref's decision. Lawson's camp was keeping their lips sealed, though. But you know how rumors go? They spread like wildfire, and suddenly, everyone's a detective. It's like trying to solve a mystery with only half the clues. And then there's this anonymous insider from Ortiz's team who added fuel to the fire. They said Ortiz was in killer mode, sharper than ever. They had a feeling it wasn't going to be a long fight. It's like they were playing a game of chess and already had checkmate in their sights. It's like they had a crystal ball and could see the future. Now let's talk about the internet, where everyone's a boxing expert. Social media blew up like a powder keg. People were accusing the match of being fixed, while others were praising the ref for looking out for the boxer's health. It was like a virtual boxing arena, complete with keyboard warriors duking it out. It's like a never-ending debate where no one's willing to back down. Veteran commentator Mike Calloway weighed in and said this was more than just a controversial call. It's a conversation about the very essence of boxing. What do we value most in this sport? It's like trying to figure out if you're team safety or team thrill. It's like choosing between a thrilling roller coaster and a cozy night by the fireplace. But here's the thing. Amidst all the controversy, we shouldn't forget the incredible skill and heart displayed by both fighters. Ortiz, with his power and pressure, showed why he's a rising star. And Lawson, even in defeat, proved he's got the qualities that earn respect. Resilience, tactics, and an unbreakable spirit. It's like watching two warriors in an epic showdown, and no matter who wins, you can't help but admire their bravery. Now let's keep the conversation going and add some more layers to this already spicy story. Let's hear from a few more voices in the boxing world. Renowned trainer Teddy Atlas, known for his no-nonsense analysis, took to Twitter to share his insights. He said, "Ortiz showed what boxing is all about: power, precision, and timing. That stoppage, a well-calculated move, not just brute force." High praise, Teddy. It's like acknowledging that winning a chess match isn't just about moving the pieces, it's about strategy. Floyd Mayweather, the man himself, shared his thoughts during an interview. He called Ortiz's performance a tactical masterpiece and compared him to an artist in the ring. Talk about some high praise from one of the greatest ever. It's like getting a nod from the maestro himself. Manny Pacquiao, another legend, took to social media and said, "Great fight by Ortiz. His speed and strategy were impeccable. Lawson is a tough fighter, but tonight belonged to Ortiz. A compliment from Pac-Man? That's like getting a Michelin star in boxing. It's like winning an Oscar for your performance. Max Kellerman, the boxing analyst extraordinaire, gave us his 2 cents. This fight was a classic example of a rising star meeting the moment. Ortiz's quick stoppage was more than physical prowess. It was a mental victory. See, it's not just about punching, it's about outsmarting your opponent. It's like winning a game of chess with a brilliant checkmate. And last but not least, the renowned sports writer Dan Rafael joined the chorus saying, "Ortiz just sent a message to the entire welterweight division." That stoppage wasn't just quick, it was emphatic and calculated. You heard that right, emphatic and calculated. So, as the dust settles on this roller coaster of a match, the questions remain. Was the stoppage necessary for safety, or did it rob fans and fighters of a definitive conclusion? It's not a black and white answer. It's more like a complex puzzle that's missing a few pieces. It's like trying to solve a riddle with only half the clues. In the end, the Ortiz versus Lawson match will go down in history as a pivotal moment in boxing. It sparked a debate that made us think about the very soul of this sport. It reminded us that in boxing, as in life, there are no easy answers. So here's to the fighters who step into the ring, the fans who cheer them on, and the debates that keep this sport alive and kicking. It's like a never-ending saga, and we can't wait to see what happens next. But hold on, folks, because we're not done yet. Let's dig even deeper into the heart of this controversy. Some say that this match's stoppage might have far-reaching implications for boxing as a whole. One thing that came up in the aftermath of the fight was the role of referees in the sport. Tony Weeks, the man in charge that night, found himself in the hot seat. It's not the first time he's been at the center of a storm. Before this match, Weeks had been involved in another controversial stoppage. This raises some questions about referee consistency and the impact these decisions can have on fighters' careers. Imagine you're a referee, and you have to make a split-second call in the heat of battle. It's like trying to catch a bullet with your teeth. It's not an easy task, and sometimes you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. Weeks had to make a call that night, and it's a call that will be debated for a long time. Now let's talk about the fighters themselves. Vergil Ortiz had been dealing with some serious health issues before this match. He had to withdraw from several fights due to rhabdomyolysis and other health concerns. But on the night of the fight, he seemed to be in top form. It's like he was the phoenix rising from the ashes. But the question remains, did the health issues affect him in any way? And did they play a part in the quick stoppage? On the other side of the ring, Fredrick Lawson, the man who felt the brunt of Ortiz's onslaught, was still standing when the fight was called. It's like stopping a race when one runner is inches from the finish line. Lawson's camp has remained tight-lipped about any injuries he might have had before the match. But rumors, as we all know, have a way of finding their way into the spotlight. Now let's not forget the fans, the people who pay their hard-earned money to watch these fights, both at the arena and on pay-per-view. They want to see a fair and decisive outcome, and they want to know their favorite fighters are safe. It's like going to a movie and walking out before the climax. It's like ordering a burger and only getting half of it. Fans are the lifeblood of the sport, and their opinions matter. So what does this all mean for the future of boxing? Well, it opens up a Pandora's box of questions. How can we ensure referee consistency and accountability? Should there be more stringent medical checks for fighters before a match? Is there a way to balance fighter safety with the fans' desire for thrilling bouts? These are questions that will linger long after the dust settles on the Ortiz versus Lawson match. In conclusion, the controversy surrounding the quick stoppage in the Vergil Ortiz versus Fredrick Lawson match has stirred the pot in the boxing world. It's a topic that's ignited debates in every corner of the sport, from the fighters and trainers to the fans and analysts. It's like a pressure cooker, and the steam is still rising. As we look to the future, it's clear that changes may be needed to address some of the issues raised by this match. Referee consistency, fighter safety, and the delicate balance between entertainment and protection all deserve a closer look. The Ortiz versus Lawson match will be remembered not only for the quick stoppage, but for the questions it's forced us all to ask. So, here's to the fighters who give it their all in the ring, to the referees who have to make split-second decisions, to the fans who support the sport, and to the debates that keep the boxing world alive and kicking. It's like a never-ending saga, and we can't wait to see what happens next.